evening, friends, and welcome to the Thalia Follies. Good evening and welcome to the Thalia Follies.
Hi, I'm Martin Sage. For 9 seasons, that's how Isaiah welcomed the enthusiastic, loyal audiences to the Thalia Follies. 9 seasons. There were scores of shows, hundreds of songs and sketches that he created and inspired. The Follies was conceived by us as a political cabaret. Isaiah had this wonderful history in that form since the days of the DMZ and Urban Blight, cabarets that he helped create, where else? The Upper West Side. To Isaiah, political cabaret required that most everything in our show have a significant level of meaning. That meant that lurking behind all of our creativity, Isaiah required there be a message. It wasn't enough to wag a finger. We were mandated to poke it in a deserving eye. If Isaiah wasn't crazy about the tone of a political campaign or a politician's views or a piece of legislation or a war or two, you knew it. Behind the warm, urbane presence was a political commitment to get the message out and kick some ass. Isaiah gathered together a cast of talented borderline anarchists, which made putting on the Follies a group love fest. We were crazy about him, and he was crazy about us. Still, as anarchistic as we were, we had to write with precision, learn the lines, and sing on key. Isaiah's lyrics were always the best, whether set to the intricate music of Lanny Myers or Beth Ertz. They made the Follies a musical experience. Isaiah liked working with other composers too, but only the best. Villalobos's Bachianis Brasilianis became Miseria Economicus. And Puccini got to work with Isaiah in his reimagining Madame Butterfly's aria, Un Bel Dì, had it been sung by Hillary Clinton. Isaiah loved the whole process, figuring out what would be the subject of the Follies for the season, writing the material, staging it, and he loved performing in the Follies. He loved the ensemble numbers, singing and cavorting with the cast, putting on a top hat, or busting a rhyme as a rapper. Sometimes when the news took a positive turn, we'd look at each other as if to ask, well, what kind of a show can we do now? Fortunately, within a week, we could count on the state of the world to take a nosedive, and we were back in business. It's true that we struck out in the 2004 presidential campaign, you remember. But Isaiah was happy to let the Follies take full credit for the 2008 and 2012 Obama wins, at least among Nate Silver's urban cabaret-going voters. But we can remember back when the press questioned the effectiveness of the president, which made Isaiah question the press, especially one member of the press.
My breath comes short as I turn the page. Is he in today, the great op-ed sage? Yes, it's him today, not Maureen or Gail. And his headline says, will Obama fail? Reading Paul Krugman, I sigh. Reading Paul Krugman, I die. Reading the Nobel laureate's views, it makes me nauseous. Sometimes Bob Herbert is rough. Sometimes Tom Friedman is tough. Krugman, however, says he must be more bold, Barack. So if Obama's cautious, why can't Paul give him the benefit of the doubt? But no! Reading Paul Krugman, we're told presidents have to be bold. If he's so smart, how come he's not president himself?
Okay. Look, there were a few moments of total Follies zaniness. Even red meat revolutionaries, Isaiah and me, enjoy a refreshing salad from time to time.
Arugula. Nothing tastes quite like arugula. About it, Bach could write a fugue. Oh, how I love arugula. Peppery. On the tongue, it's crisp and peppery. Keep your spinach and your celery. Arugulas will read for me. I grew up on iceberg and wool dressing from a jar. Now I must make love on a bed of arugula. From Union Square to Ashton Muir. It's so hip, so very cool. So server, bring me arugula. I know I never craved plain radicchio this way. For arugula, I go freaky every day. Arugula. Call my grandma or else Google her. Her brisket and her cougar are best served.
Isaiah and I were as close as brothers, and on many occasions, almost muses. Ethel surely was a muse, too. In those days, before most of us knew what fracking was, Ethel did, and described to Isaiah what the term actually meant in all details. 20 minutes later, there was a song. Here are Thalia Follies cast members Ivy Austin on video The Chalks, David Buskin, Nora York, Sidney Burgoyne, Lisa Flanagan, and Eric Poindexter, with Beth Ertz at the piano. And from the Thalia Follies, here's Isaiah Sheffer's Fracking.
Out west in the Badlands, they're fracking the shale. This gets all the gas out and puts it on sale.
And now ExxonMobil says let's do it here. The East Coast will love it when gas flows like beer.
Now just what is fracking? Yes, well, you may ask. Explaining this process is no simple task.
The high-pressure water is forced into rock. It opens Earth's nostrils. Natural gas gets unblocked.
But while we're releasing this precious new fuel, we get side effects that may not be too cool.
You turn on your faucet if you're feeling dry. The gas has leaked into the water supply.
So the water that pours out the glassful you catch can flame up or explode, friends, when you light a match. So let us be careful and maybe hold back from rushing ahead
head with hydraulic fracturing technology near urban aquifers, or any place else for that matter,